Hey folks, quick one here. Just solo bugging my 54E1 on Corellia. This was during some special event tied to the US mediums that gave you a bunch of extra XP if you managed to get kills, a kill specifically, and of course me needing to get the T57 at some point. I saw this as a great opportunity to knock over some quick XP. It actually turned out to be a relatively miserable experience, but this game was one of the few highlights. Apologies for the replay fuckery again. Wargaming haven't fixed this shit yet. Hopefully they will soon, but I'm not holding my breath. Now, the reason I said this is going to be a quickie is because this match wasn't particularly long. In fact, it was basically a one-sided shit stomp. If you're wondering why, well, I mean, first of all, you could look at the comparative team rosters. And second of all, RNG seems to have been working in our favour somewhat. I was actually amazed to get that shot into the Pershing. Normally the T-54E1 won't hit something right next to it while it's moving, much less a medium tank from that kind of distance. He managed to bounce a shot off me. T-54E1 doesn't have a whole lot of armour, but it does have some very nice angles, particularly on the hull. Now here I'd like to point out something. I have to stay right to avoid getting shot in the back by the Pershing. Of course, once he goes down, I can now move to the left. If I stay where I am now, A, I'm an arty target, B, I can be shot from across the map. As you can see there, they do have direct line of sight to me. I do to them as well, but I'd rather not risk it. I appear to be losing my voice. So instead I move down the slope here where I'm in arty cover, and I also have shots at this oblivious T-34. The team seems to have actually established some pretty solid map control. We've got a decent line holding in the north, and we're pushing pretty hard down here in the south. As I roll out to try and get a quick shot at the heavies around the corner, I actually light the ISU. Well, I'll certainly take that. Of course, I duck back to reload. No sense in sitting out in the open to do it. But this unfortunately results in all our heavies running up to take the corner where I was just shooting from. Which then proves a problem for me when I want to pop back out and take another shot. In fact, there's a giant clusterfuck here. Even an ISU is trying to get in on the corner. Unsurprisingly, the ISU is not particularly good at this game. Why he's trying to get into a corner fight, especially one where he'd be jostled around by heavies, I do not know. In the end, I managed to force my way out between two of the heavies. The waffle starts cleaning up. I would have liked to get some more shots in here, but of course, being hemmed in by the heavy tanks, I couldn't actually get out. So I missed a lot of potential damage there, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. And here, with 3 shots loaded, I actually badly misjudged the T-57. He knocks out my gunner, thankfully not badly enough to make me bounce more than one of my shots, but he very nearly finished me off. I'm very lucky that he ran out of shots right after I did, and so my team were able to charge in and clean him up. I did cut off the ISU there and nearly risked getting rammed to death, but I wanted to get into cover from the T-57 more than anything. And almost before we know it, 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the game, there are only 3 enemy tanks left. Well, 2 enemy tanks and an enemy arty. This is pretty much unheard of for Corellia at this tier. It's usually not this one-sided. Although matches on this map often do play out one-sided in terms of the final outcome, it usually takes longer to get there. So if nothing else, this match was remarkable for that. Nothing spectacular on my part. I just figured I'd show off the kinds of matches you tend to get on West, and you know, sometimes they even work out in your favor, which is nice. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and for the next one I think I've got a much more interesting T54E1 match, but unfortunately the outcome's not quite the same. See you then.